What's up, guys? It's Sherman here again. So today I want to talk about a question that I get quite often, and it's what's my type? How do I know? Um, I think the best way is just to take the MBTI test and then figure it out from there. Check in, read, see if it's actually how you feel and how you think. Um, but there's another way, which is to go through kind of logically. So first you can start with, are you introverted or extroverted? Um, Basically, do you get your energy from the outside world, or do you get it when you kind of step back and think over things? And introverts want to kind of settle information in their head first. Okay, they want to understand it before they act on it. And extroverts usually want to act and then get that information and kind of bring it in after. So you can kind of decide through which one of those you are. So you have I or E, introvert or extrovert. Then the next step is to understand how you learn, how you bring in information. You're either sensing or intuition. Um, Sensing is going to think of the concrete details more, um, and intuition is going to think of the abstract. So, for example, I have a pen, okay? If you're sensing, you might think, it's black, it's shiny, it's about this long, blah, blah, blah. Um, but if you're intuition, you're going to think more like how it relates to other things. Like it's a pen, people use it to write notes. I wrote a letter with mine recently, kind of, it's a different way of thinking about things. Um, so, sensing or intuition, S or N. And next you have how you make decisions. So, do you make decisions with your mind or with your heart? Basically put, Um, thinkers are going to want to use rational logic, and feelers, the F, is going to want to think of how do people value this? How do I value this? What feelings or emotions are attached to it? And so that's three of them. You have introvert, extrovert, or sensing or intuition, and thinking or feeling. And last comes judging or perceiving. I think this is one that really complicates things for a lot of people. The basic description of it is like judging, do you want to have matters settled? And then perceiving, do you want to leave things open and keep your plans open, stuff like that. So judging would want to make more of a schedule. It's basically they want to make a decision first in the outside world. And perceiving is you want to just kind of learn about things first. You want to take your time, you want to think things over, not act on it right away. But like I said, I think the best way is to just take that MBTI test and read over the results, see if it fits with you, and then go from there. So after you get your four letters, ISTJ, for example, or ENFP or whatever, you can set them out in a little line, ISTJ, and then if you are, let's see, if you are judging or perceiving, that shows which is the extroverted cognitive function in your mental wiring. Which are you doing in the outside world first? Okay. So, for example, ISTJ, the thinking and feeling are the judging functions. S and N, sensing and intuition, are the perceiving functions. You kind of have to know that. Sorry. So ISTJ would be, TJ means extroverting my thinking. So that means I want to have a plan in the outside world, make logical sense of the outside world. Okay, I'm just going kind of quickly through this, but so TE. But being an introvert, you don't have an extroverted function first, right? You're introverted. So that means introverted sensing is the first function. So I did a little paper here. Let's see, where can I put this? Okay, ISTJ. Okay, your hero, your first function, would be sensing, specifically introverted sensing. Then your companion would be extroverted thinking. Okay, we'll just keep it right there for now. So for next, you have ENFP as an example. Well, P is for the perceiving functions, which is S or N, sensing or intuition. So this means he extroverts his intuition first. Okay, so that's the hero, the first function is extroverted intuition. The second one would be introverted feeling. You always have to have one extroverted, one introverted, or you'll be stuck in some strange land that you don't understand. As another example, ISTP, you have P, your perceiving, is pointing to you extroverting your sensing. It's really hard to point like this, okay? But as an introvert, you have an introverted function first. So this would mean introverted thinking is first. Introverted thinking is making logical sense of information inside you, okay, right? Trying to understand how things work, how you can put them together in a model and stuff like that. Yep, and then extroverted sensing would come after that. Okay, the senses, the concrete senses in the outside world. Once again, this is just kind of a quick run through, but and last, another example, ENFJ, you're extroverted, so the extroverted function comes first. And then FJ, okay, J is judging, which means thinking or feeling. So you have extroverted function and kids yelling outside and bike noises. You have extroverted function or extroverted feeling first, and then followed up by introverted intuition. Extroverted feeling is trying to meet the needs of everybody else and make sure everybody else is in harmony and happy. Introverted intuition is piecing together different patterns in your mind and going for the long term of like, where is this going? What does this mean? So that's how you get your hero or companion. I know it was fast, but you can watch it again if you need to. I have this little fancy little chart here. Hero and companion, we talked about how to get those. And then if you look, the companion and the newbie are connected. Okay, so this means you're going to have the opposite introvert or extrovert, and then something from the same set up here. So if you have, for the ISTJ, if you have, yeah, my face is all squished on the side. If you have extroverted thinking, TE, as your companion, you're going to have the opposite, introverted extrovert, and then of the same function as your newbie. So TE would connect to FI. If it was TI, it'd connect to FE. You can see the ENFP, FI, TE. Okay, ISTJ, TE, FI. Below that, angles. ISTP, you have SE. Screen went dark. You have SE and then NI. Okay, and they're both from the same chart up here. Just always one is extroverted, one's introverted. And last, NISE. Okay, you can read, sorry. And then same thing with the hero and the escort. Okay, your first function and your fourth function. It's always connected, which is why the escort causes a lot of problems as well, because it's the opposite of your hero, right? So for me, I'm FI, introverted feeling, and my escort is TE, extroverted thinking. Okay? So it's just different ways of thinking about the world. So that's basically how you do it. Or you could take the test and you can get your four-letter code, use your little decoding ring and figure it out. But it's important to know the cognitive functions and how they work and where they are in your what's called a function stack. It's basically the order of, I guess, priority that you give. Excuse me. So that's a quickish run through on how to figure out your cognitive functions in the stack, in the order that they come in, and which they are. But I do think you should just kind of do some research into it. There's a lot of information on my website and everywhere else in Google land. So give it a look. Let me know if this helped you at all. And good luck, have fun. Thanks.